Welcome back to Homestead Hearts, and today we are getting ready to make up another batch of our simple seed starting mix. And if you remember, I told you it's literally the basic of the most basic ingredients, okay? So Mr. H is here with me today because I couldn't do this video without him. I can't lift anything right now, so he's here helping me.
I'm here in the clutch. As usual, I'm here in the clutch to do the heavy lifting.
Yes.
So we're gonna do a simple seed starting mix. And hey, we gotta get those juicy watermelons.
Yeah, it's time for us to start our watermelon seeds, you all, and we're a bit late on that because I haven't been up and at them. So now that I am moving around a bit more, it's time for us to get this mix made so that we can get our seed starting mix, get our watermelon seeds
Going.
right?
Get our watermelon seeds going.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad to have Mrs. H back.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's back. She's probably like around about 45%.
Yeah. Or no, probably like 55%.
55, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good because she be all over the place.
Yeah.
I'll be all over the place. So we just got to learn how to pace ourselves. And we finna get back into this game of...
It's frustrating not being able to move around like I want to, but that's okay. I'm out here.
Yeah. So we finna get back into the game of growing our own groceries, babe.
That's right.
That's what we finna do, y'all.
That's right.
And we finna show y'all our simple seed starting mix.
Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so for a simple seed starting mix, you only need a couple of ingredients, okay? One is gonna be perlite, and the other one is gonna be peat moss. And that is literally all you need for your basic seed starting mix. Now, whatever it is that you use to measure your seed starting mix, make certain that it's just equal parts, okay? It doesn't matter the size of the container, just make sure that it is equal parts that you are combining, okay? So here I have, this is about a 3-gallon bucket right here, and so I have 3 gallons of perlite that I'm gonna pour in here. And this powdery stuff, you don't want to breathe that, okay?
And the dust is so fine and it floats to where it just go everywhere. So be careful.
Yeah.
And next we're gonna use
Peat moss.
Peat moss. So I'm gonna fill this bucket up with peat moss.
And we have the black gold peat moss, you all.
That's good.
Maybe another scoop.
Yeah.
All right, our next ingredient is going to be the black gold peat moss. And again, it's a full bucket, 3 gallons, and we're gonna mix that in as well. And now we're just gonna mix it up. Now this is just your basic peat moss for your seed starting right here. Just a basic recipe. As you can see, this is what it looks like. It's just equal parts of peat moss and perlite. And then you would wet this down, okay? You would want to wet it because the peat moss soaks up so much water. So you're gonna want to moisten this up very well. And then, when you put it in your seed trays, right? Some people like to moisten the peat moss before they fill their trays. Some people like to moisten it after they fill their trays. It just really depends on what you want to do, okay? So this is your basic one right here. So this is basic peat moss recipe number 1. Now let's get to the seed starting recipe number 2. All right. So now we're gonna step up our game a bit, and we're gonna add to this recipe because we're getting ready to start some watermelon seeds, you all, and we're gonna be transplanting them into the garden, but we're not going to start them indoors. We're going to start these seeds and they're going to go inside of our greenhouse, and that's where they will be until it's time to transplant, okay? So really and truly, because it's time to get the watermelon seeds in the ground, really, once they start to emerge, I'm going to go ahead and pop those plugs in right away. But I do want to go ahead and start them in trays because I want to make sure that a bird doesn't come along and steal our seeds.
Because they will do it.
Thieves in the temple.
Yes, they will.
So we're going to go ahead and add some black cow manure to our seed starting recipe number 2. Equal parts. Now we're just going to add our black cow manure to this bin. Woo!
That black cow.
There's shovel over there too.
Yeah, that black cow looks good, huh?
It does look great. Now that we've added some black cow manure, this is what it looks like. Not very much of a difference, right? Because we didn't add so much to it that it would really just like overtake the seed starting mix. But it does have a little bit of fertilizer in it. I think it's like 0.020202. So it's very minimum, okay? So this is what that looks like right here. Okay, so now we added black cow to this recipe, right? But you all, you can substitute the black cow for worm castings, which is what I would have done if I would have had some more left, but I don't have any right now. But I will have some soon, hopefully, Mr. H, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But instead of using the black cow, you can use worm castings to add to your seed starting mix, right? But the black cow works just fine. I would have preferred worm castings, but the black cow will work just fine. Okay, you all? So that's my little simple recipe for my seed starting mix. Okay, it's not really complicated at all. You just got to remember that everything is equal parts. Okay? All right, so now what I have here is a 50 cell seed starting tray. And I'm getting ready to fill all of these up with my potting mix, and then I'm going to moisten the soil just so that I can make sure that there's enough mix in here, you all, to support my little seedling as it starts to grow. So I'm going to go ahead and get this filled up now. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just take my little mix here and put it all over my tray, just like so, okay? Now, you think that's full, but it's not, okay? It's not full. Because now I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna press down, just lightly. I'm not pressing down so hard that the trays just become, the soil becomes compacted, right? So it's just a light press for each one of these, and all I'm doing is taking the air out, and that's going to let me know just how much more room I need, or how much more of the mix I need to add to this tray. Okay, that's it. And then I'm going to take some more, come back over the top, and fill this up again. Okay. And that's it. And I'm gonna brush off the excess, okay? Because I don't want the seed starting mix covering up the lines that divide the cells. All right. And next we are gonna get these all watered in. It's easy peasy. And that's it. All right, y'all, and that's it for making this seed starting mix and getting it into your seed starting cell trays. Again, we're gonna moisten this and we're gonna let that settle, and really we have to moisten it 2 or 3 times just to make sure that it's completely moistened. One thing you can do is the bottom tray that you would normally sit this tray in when you are watering your starts, you can literally fill that tray with water and sit this down in it and then just leave it overnight, and when you come back it will have wicked up all of the water from the bottom and your cells will be completely moistened and ready to go for the next day, which is what we are about to do. Okay, so we're just going to fill up a couple of more of these trays because we're starting more than watermelon. It's time to start the corn. It's time to start the canary melon.
Woo! You just woke me up to
that
a
canary melon
new reality of growing your grocery.
That canary melon is the truth, y'all. It is so good. That's our favorite, right?
Yeah.
And we are trying a couple of different varieties of melons this year. I can't even pronounce the names right now, but we are trying a couple of different varieties of melon, but we're still sticking with our tried and true, which is our cantaloupe, honeydew, and that canary, right?
What about that strawberry?
That strawberry watermelon is going in its own tray. Yes,
we're going to do that one, y'all.
Yes, and we're going to plant it separate from the others, just like the Yamata cream, because we hope to save the seed from it, okay? Yeah. But in the honeydews and all of that, they're going to be planted in a different location, and we are so excited to share that location with you. Oh my goodness.
We finna do it, y'all.
So, yo, that's gonna do it for this video of making your own seed starting mix. And when we add the black cow or the worm castings, that's an excellent mix for up potting, okay? If you're just starting your simple seeds, like at the beginning of the season when you're doing your tomatoes and peppers, it's time for us to start cucumbers as well. Tomatoes and bell peppers and artichokes or whatever, you just need a basic seed starting mix, which is your perlite or vermiculite and your peat moss. That's really all you need. But when it's time to up pot tomatoes or peppers and all of that, when I do my up potting, my mix will consist of the peat, the perlite, and the worm castings or the black cow. Okay, so that's what my up potting mix is like. Well, Mrs. H, you're not up potting watermelon, so why did you put it in there? Actually, it is going to be like an up pot to me because you all, when I start these watermelon seeds, you know how you transplant them when they get their true leaves and all of that? I'm not doing that. I'm simply starting watermelons in these little cells here just because I don't want anything else to eat them. And as soon as those leaves are big enough, I don't care whether they're true leaves or not, as soon as they're big enough, I'm taking them out of here and I'm putting them over in their space, okay? And that way I don't have to disturb the roots once they grow. But if I can't get to them, at least my cells are big enough for me to be able to leave them there until I can. So I prepare for that by using a larger cell, all right?
Yeah.
You all, so that's what I'm doing with my watermelons. I know somebody's gonna say, can you grow them in containers? Yes, you can. Just make sure you have the space, depending upon the variety. Make sure you have the space for those watermelons to grow, okay? For those vines to run, make sure you have plenty of space. Now, the watermelons that we have left on our seed shop, we don't have any more Yamata cream, but we do still have some crimson, some sugar baby, some moon and stars. That's another one that I'm excited to grow this year. The moon and stars is on there. And I think we have another watermelon on there as well. But all of the melons that we're going to be planting, pretty much you can find them on our seed shop. I will pin our seed shop, the link in the comment section below as well. Okay, you all? So that's it for my seed starting mix. That's it.
That's it. That's how we get started to grow our groceries.
That's it.
This is the beginning.
It's the basics, the basics, right? And then my little step up for when I'm up potting, and they appreciate it. Now, just in case I didn't mention this in another video, when your seedlings are a few weeks old and they have their true leaves, make sure you're giving them a little bit of fish emulsion, okay? Make sure you're just mixing a teaspoon or so in a gallon of water, and you want to make sure you're feeding those plants so that they can grow strong and healthy, all right?
Yeah.
So y'all, that's going to do it for this video. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and give our video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that we upload to our channel. And thank y'all again for watching Homestead Heart.
Peace and blessings. Yes, y'all.
To each and every one of you. And we will see y'all in the next video. And remember, y'all, grow your groceries.
Peace.